Welcome to Monday Morning Quarterback. I am your host, Ryan Oliver, and today I am joined by 2025 quarterback Niko Boyce. Niko, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Well, thank you for joining me on Monday Morning Quarterback. Niko, we've been covering you at Youth One for a while. You were named to our Next Up watch list back when you were in the 7th grade. You were named to our Elite 101 during your 8th grade season. Tell me a little bit about the progress you feel like you've made over the past year in your game and what you're looking forward to about your 9th grade season.
Well, I feel like I've worked really hard during the off season, fixing the little things, just working on like my speed and just like controlling my team and controlling the game and all that. And yeah, I've been looking forward for the season. Been looking forward to like bonding with my teammates.
What school do you play for now? And tell me a little bit about your measurements, like how tall and how much do you weigh right now?
I play at Barron Collier High School right now in Naples, Florida, and right now I'm at 5'11", around 175.
Yeah, that's really good. One thing I noticed about your game back when I was covering you last year when I was working on the Elite 101 back when you were in 8th grade is I felt like you had great arm strength and you had a lot of poise in the pocket for a youth quarterback. That's something I always look at when I'm identifying young talent. Would you say that poise in the pocket and arm strength are strengths that you have? And if so, what do you feel like contributes to that poise that you have?
Well, I think it's really important to have those things, because those are like one of the main things that you need as a quarterback. And yeah, I just use it as much as I can. I work on it every day. At least I try to.
Yeah, absolutely. Niko, for those that maybe don't know, tell them a little bit about what training looks like for you, the type of work that you're putting in, like behind closed doors, to be the polished young quarterback that you are.
Well, I do a lot of cardio and conditioning. And since I'm a dual threat, I'll do a lot of speed and agility work and also a lot of throwing, obviously.
Yeah, what type of like off-season activities did you participate in to kind of like camps and combines and things like that to kind of sharpen your game over the summer?
I went to a couple of college camps like UF, Miami, FIU, and I also went to the FPU Top Gun camp.
Right.
And yeah, they've helped me a lot. They benefit me, just making me like quicker and like stronger and all that.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing that's really cool about the job that I do is I get to see young athletes like you at a young age from like 6th and 7th grade to kind of you develop right in front of my eyes into like, a high school quarterback and then, obviously college and things like that, so forth. Do you feel like, well, I've noticed, I feel like I hear your name over the past, year or two as like a rising youth quarterback. Do you feel like that your name has become more prominent, and then what does that feel like to see kind of your hard work show itself in like the eyeballs that are on your game?
Well, it's really a blessing to know that I'm starting to rise to the top and become one of those top guys. But I also feel like that not everyone has seen my full potential yet.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny, like when I'm putting together like the Elite 101, you're ranking these top 101 athletes, and I was looking at the Elite 101 trying to remember where I had you at 68, and I was looking at you against the quarterbacks I had, and I'm like, well, Niko's just as good as these other quarterbacks, just you have to find a place to rank players. And it's like, what makes one really better than the next at that young of an age. It's just part of what we have to do. But I definitely agree that you have a lot of potential, and I feel like I've seen you take steps towards maximizing that, and that's what's so awesome about following the journey of young football players. Tell me what you're most excited about your upcoming season. Like, what's a goal of yours that you're looking forward to going out there and working towards accomplishing?
I'm looking forward to having an undefeated season, try and have good games, and get my teammates better. And hopefully, eventually, when I'm older, like a senior, hopefully I can break some of those records.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Niko, for those that haven't seen you play, in your own words, what are some attributes you would describe as strengths of your game?
I would say some of my strengths are that I learn very quickly and I'm very focused when it comes in between the lines, and I stay really calm and composed and confident.
Would you consider yourself a dual threat? I feel like you have speed that, I don't know if it's underrated or not, but it's something that you definitely do have, and you can kind of get loose. Is that something that you pride yourself in, that ability?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's awesome, Nico. Well, last question I want to ask you is, I know that you are working on all aspects of your game because you're not a finished product, but is there something in mind you look at that you're like, okay, like, I know I want to work on everything, but this is one main focus that I would really like to take a big step in. Is there any specific thing that you're working towards?
Well, I'm still working on pretty much everything, but I would say one thing that I'm focusing on the most is the game speed, trying to be a little bit quicker.
Yeah, for sure. That's always something, something that you're going to need for the next level. Well, Nico, it's my first time interviewing you, so I want to ask you this question. And on a lighter note, what is in Niko Boyce's headphones before a big game? Like, what artists do you say this is my go-to to get me hyped?
I would say a lot of Post Malone.
Okay. I like when the answer is not an answer I normally get. So I like this is the first Post Malone. You heard it here first from Niko Boyce on here. That's cool. I usually get like NBA Young Boy or Little Baby. Like those are like
Yeah, I like the more like relaxed, slow stuff. Just keep me
it,
calm.
it's interesting though, because when the quarterbacks usually are the ones that say something that's like more mellow, then it's usually like the running backs or the receivers or like linebackers are like, oh yeah, like
Yeah.
the Little Baby NBA Young Boy. So
Hmm.
it's kind of funny that's the case for the quarterbacks. Well, Nico, thank you so much for joining me on Monday Morning Quarterback. This is 2025 quarterback Niko Boyce. Nico, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.